Sharissa Bloomberg is in the house for Bloomberg's Blues Soundbites. Sharissa, so good to have you. As I understand, you're load shedding on that side.
Yes, I am. Hello, Ron, and hello, listeners. Yes, load shedding. I'm sitting a little in the dark here, but it's all good. Let's hope this Wi-Fi holds.
Let's pray the Wi-Fi holds. So, peeps, if there's a couple of blips, don't blame us. Blame the government. Right. Okay, so Sharissa, great having you. And I'm sorry I gave you such a poser this week. I really did. I know it's an almost impossible subject to answer. You've heard the story. And my question really is a very simple one. You've done something that you shouldn't have done with a member of the opposite sex. You did it years ago. It was completely and totally meaningless to you. But you've had this, because you love your spouse so much, you've had this guilty conscience for a long, long time, and you decide, what the hell, I'm going to show them how honest I am, and I'm going to come out with it. How do we, you heard what happened to our listener here, how the hell do we handle something like a Sharissa? Over to you.
Thank you, Ron. You know, my first reaction to this was like, oh my gosh, this is really difficult.
It was, and I don't blame you. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. It's really relevant for a lot of people. The thing is, if you're holding a secret for 5 years, I think when it does come out, and trust me, it always does come out, then the hurt of keeping it for so long is worse than the actual transgression. So if a person would have been honest up front and said, this is what happened, you know, I'm sorry, take responsibility and understand the pain of the other person, but keeping it for 5 years, I think that's where we go wrong. So, and also I just want to say well done to James for going for the couples counseling, Ron. Seriously, for looking to try and work it. But
yes, I thought so too. That's what I thought. Yes. I was so stunned by the end of his story that things went south after that.
Yes, but remember, I know we're dissecting his, but they went to couples counsel in the first place, which means there were a couple of things wrong, and that's where it came out. But Ron, the basic thing is, and I'm sorry to keep harping on this, and I'm going to keep this theme up, and integrity, doing the right thing costs nothing. But when you lose it, you lose everything. So the little transgression, she found out there was a secret for so many years. There's no turning back. The trust is broken. They violated the relationship rules, and that's the problem. The violation. You're going to be together to have a commitment, to get to know each other, and then you've kept a secret.
Yeah, because I'm going to give you the horrible misogynistic man's view. Okay, and that is, you know, you go to a party. There's a stripper there. I don't know. You know, odd nonsense goes down. You know, for a man, his instant, and sorry, men out there, if you don't agree with me, and I'm just speaking for myself, please, you know, what the hell was that? Who cares? I love you. I've given my life to you. Who cares about that woman, you know? But clearly, as you say, the relationship rules have been broken.
Yes, I love that you've mentioned that, Ron, because women view the transgressions far more seriously than men do in a relationship. I know we're generalizing, but women view the transgression, but men see the sexual infidelity as worse. So it's the women who hold on to the emotional infidelity, and the men who think it's sexual infidelity.
Sure. But, interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. But Ron, these strippers, I'm sorry to say, it's causing a lot of hassle so many times. I mean, do you actually tell, if something does happen there, do you actually tell your spouse, your partner, the day before you're about to get married? Do you actually tell them on honeymoon? Do you tell them when you're back from honeymoon? So can you see the dilemma, or do you just keep it then quiet for 5 years? So the difficulties, the strippers, people must be careful, please.
So if you're planning a wedding, maybe keep the bachelor party, if it's guys, keep it to the Spurs with a few of your best mates. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm saying, Ron, in my day, and I don't want to give the age thing away, in my day, the woman had kitchen teas, which used to freak me out, because let's give you presents so that you can cook in the kitchen, and the men had the strippers. But nowadays, I know it's both sexes, it's both.
It is.
So, but the strippers, why the strippers in the first place? They always cause issues.
Yeah, I know.
But we go back to the secret.
Yes.
It's the secret that's not going to work in a relationship.
Okay, so guys, you heard that there. It is the real killer. And that's the theme of the tune, and I'm going to play you a killer tune after this. But this goes well beyond my pay grade, and that's why I called in our resident master relationship psychologist. And Charissa, can you wrap us up with one of your famous CB quotes, please?
Yes, I've got two, Ron.